bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly, truly a blessing. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when your girl is about to upload her next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impact your life and heading you towards a positive direction. If you feel like the videos hold a vibration of insight that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through trying times at the moment and just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share in social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support that y'all are constantly giving me. I'm truly, truly appreciating. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. If you can, I'm trying to see because it's not really that loud, but I'm not trying to be yelling over any music. Okay, that was too loud. Alrighty then. The channel I'm using for my meditation video, this is gonna be the last video I'm gonna do for today, is called Simply Hypnotic, from the channel Simply Hypnotic, and the meditation that you're hearing in the background is from 741 hertz, emotional detox, emotional well-being, removing negative emotions. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, things are hitting heavy. Don't give up. Blessings are on its way. It is so true. You know, I don't know, universe has just been heavy on me doing videos around a certain content because there's so many different things that are taking place in our life that we're trying to stay focused on moving forward, not allowing ourselves to get distracted from things that has taken place that really has hurt us, distracted us. It was built on lies, deception, hurt, pain, whatever it was that put a negative impact in our lives. It's just like there's so many different things that are taking place throughout the world. A lot of things are being shown to us that is very tragic, very heavy, just a lot of confusion where it should be coming into compassion, unity, ending diversity, unlawless harm. You know, what do they call it? Illegal harm, you know, is when it's excessive force towards a lot of different things that's taking place. It just seems like every 5 minutes there's constantly somebody transitioning over, and it is just so many different things that's taking place that's just within the world. And it's with us being empaths like we are, we feel things from a much deeper level than average people do. So it's just like when you're being heavily connected to the world's vibration, as well as going through constant uncovering, constant unfolding, things are being, that has been in the dark is being projected towards the light. And then you're dealing with your own personal issues as well. You know, there's a lot of us that have been awakening back and forth. Like, it's not even funny. There's a lot of people that have stumbled onto my videos, or it was a recommendation for them, or you're bringing that vibration that is very, you know, very content about being able to find your calling, as well as being able to find a tribe that you have a perfect fit to. So it's just being able to be self-aware of everything that's taking place. You know, a lot of times it's hard for us to be grateful for the changes that are going on, because I mean, there's some people that look forward to changes in their life, and there's a lot of people that just don't like it. I was one of them, you know, and at times, you know, I stay in that struggle of resistance, you know, when I try to allow myself to see everything from a positive perspective. And a lot of things, when the wounds hit deep, it's hard for you to be able to, you know, raise that lower vibration and being able to see a positive outcome in a negative circumstance. And they always, if you're a numbers person like me, or you Google everything like spirit totems, what's the spiritual meaning of this, or angel number, this and that, they always try to say, even though this changes for your highest good, you may not like it, you may feel like you're in a major setback or a heavy downfall, but knowing all is taking place for your highest good. I'll be giving the side eye like, whatever, y'all are where y'all at, and I'm the one who got to deal with this, and emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, and wherever else. It could be financial, and they're just wanting you to know, when you stay determined, you allowing yourself to understand when you're resisting a lot of things. And a lot of times get really heavy for us, because we, our intuition will give off a silent alarm, and we're not allowing ourselves to be guided by your intuitive or your intuition. It's like the more you allow yourself to separate, and you're open to growing within your spiritual purpose as well as your mission, it's like that vibration will start being very sensitive. Like if there's certain people you're not supposed to be around, or there are certain things that shouldn't be said, like if you're texting somebody or you're on a video chat and you may be talking about something, and all of a sudden, the call just drops and it's like, hey, no connection, or or the text didn't go through. There's certain reasons why those things are being that way, for your protection, for not to be, everything doesn't need to be revealed. As long as you know what is being done within your life, not everybody else needs to be into that broadcast of what is taking place in your life. If there's things that you're seeing right now that a lot of others have not, when you're allowing yourself to be open, and when you're ready for endless possibilities in your life, or being open to receive the intuitive insight or whatever, to make you go from next step to next step, you'll start seeing other things that not all people have seen yet. It's a beautiful thing when we can all be in alignment, but it's a lot, amazing when it's like we can all learn and teach off of each other, because there's a lot of things that I may not be aware of, and y'all send it my way, and vice versa. It's all about, people are like, Roslynn, do you see yourself as a student or a teacher? And I really feel like I'm a little bit of both. There's a lot of things that I'm open to talk about that it can be kind of uncomfortable, but it's allowing me to show my strength even through my weakest moments. And when you can allow yourself to do that, it can impact somebody's life in a very beautiful way, because there's a lot of times I felt like, am I even being heard? Is people are appreciating the insight of the contents that I'm bringing out. And a lot of times I felt short on not being confident within my purpose. And then it's just like, you have that vibration that says, allow yourself to believe in yourself, have faith that you're giving unknown blessings to other people that become a blessing to you, because you are able to share that insight with everything that is taking place in your life. You're allowing yourself to be very transparent and not worrying about the judgment of others that try to judge you. There's a lot of things that it would be hard to we can choke on just the meaning of change, and a lot of times it can come really hard because we're resisting it. I've been there, and and just wonder why is my life feel like hell's breaking loose, because I'm inviting that mess right on in there, because it's just like my focus is not on what's relevant. I'm allowing myself to stay focused on what people are doing to distract me, and I'm allowing them to have the upper hand of me, when instead of allowing myself to see what that intent is, allowing myself to see through the vibrations, the words, the experiences they're trying to, fixate into my frequency. But there's things that's just really taking place in your life where it just feels like, it is a challenge after constant challenge after constant challenge. But you have to ask yourself, are you seeing this in a higher view? Are you allowing yourself to change the perspective of how you're seeing things? Are you allowing yourself to appreciate what's being shown to you no matter if it's being projected in a negative or positive way. The universe doesn't see negative and positive, they just see energy. Even when there's times when even that you push out positivity, I've been there, where it's like negative feedback come constant, and it's like, this ain't what I pushed out. And it's like you're being strengthened through your diversity, that adversity and diversity that's coming your way, because that's where the strength comes in at. And a lot of times that you can get mad, when it just seems like, I've been in situations where it's like me standing up for myself and clapping back at somebody just trying to trigger me. And it's like, then all of a sudden all hell hits on my life, or on my path. And I'm just like, okay, I was not being the negative one, and this is being projected towards me. But it's just like, you have to be able to see it. How people treat you is how they treat themselves. And, how they treat you is their karma. They'll end up feeling that wrath of what they placed on you from their personal perspective. They'll feel that. But how you respond to it and react to it is yours. It's like, a lot of times I had to put myself on that frequent reminder code. Like, nobody can take you out of your element of peace, or can do anything to take you out of your element of peace, unless you're allowing it to. If you're not giving that narrative that attention, is powerless without your reaction, your response to it. Because a lot of times I used to respond to negativity and clap back and then go the hell off. Now it's like, if this is going to be a growth, or is this going to be a major setback? I have to be able to ask myself, is this really something that's contributing to your growth? The only way it's contributing to your growth is by how you react. Oh no, not react, but respond and observe. If you're reacting instead of responding, because you always have a choice, because a lot of times, if I already feel like I'm just at that purpose where people just want to be comfortable with misunderstanding me, what's the point on responding? Because you ain't going to sit up here and see it in a different perspective other than your own. They're going to only see it in their line of perception. So it's just like, even when we're going through constant hard times in our life, and it feels like things haven't changed, but if you allow yourself to really step back, there's a lot of things that's changed. You have to be able to change your focus on how is it, going. Because there will be certain times I've been in my situation where I just felt like, no matter what, things are not being consistent. Things are not changing for the positive. And I've been trying my best to stay on that positive frequency, that vibration. But then when I allowed myself to step back, there's a lot of people that can appreciate the insight that I use and place in my videos. There's a lot of people that, needed that confirmation on what I'm going through. It's just a blessing to them that, hey, I'm going through this at the same time. There's so many people are like, Roslynn, it seems like when you make your videos, you're talking directly to me, or you're telling my story, or it's just, or your videos has helped me understand a lot of the confusions that has taken place in my life. And that's what it's telling me, even though I was unaware of being that blessing for different people, that became a blessing for me, and a lot of people are like, Rosa, how much you charge? And I'm like, look, I don't charge anything. I don't like gifts. I don't like that. It's just the gift of blessings. You can tell me is that whatever crazy situation that you're going through, I gave you some kind of insight of clarity. When I can uplift somebody's vibrations, maybe because they're going through a very hard situation, I love to be able to do that. Ever since day one of coming into my spiritual awakening, I didn't really have anybody physically to talk to. A lot of my my go-tos was all spiritual, or my family that had passed on. It guided me towards these different things, and it it opened up like a spiritual book of knowledge that I was in that need to soak up at that time. And when I felt like I didn't really have anybody to turn to. There was, when I talk about certain things, it made me sound crazy, because people weren't open to, seeing it from different ways except one way. It's like everything has a logical, reason for it happening. And there's like sometimes it just doesn't, and then I knew what that felt like. And ever since then, me doing my videos, and universe made me stay heavy on that. It made me feel really good, because it allowed people to see what that one person can relate to them. There's times where I did not want to be in my emotions on camera. I hate crying. I really do. And I'm glad I haven't really done that, and I can feel it at times coming, but I allow myself to stop. But then there's times that universe is saying, you need to allow them to see that part of you. They have to, if these people are going to be a part of your journey, they have to be there for the good, the bad, the heavy, or when you downright about to, snap. But if it gets to that point of me snapping, I'm just not going to make any videos, because that's not kind of energy that I want to do. And they don't, they don't guide me to do that. But when they know I'm in that element of where I'm very sensitive towards things, it's allowing you, when you're allowing yourself to do that, you don't realize that's how strong you are when you're able to do that. It's not, with me being a social media influencer, I'm not doing it for likes. I'm not doing it for views, but just being there to be transparent, be authentic, because, there's a lot of us that we don't speak on the things that we struggle with on a daily basis. We don't feel like we want to burden people with our problems, because we're so used to not having that moral support or that spiritual support. Or we had spiritual support, but we didn't think there was any. So, or you try to figure out things yourself. And it's just like, when you need that help, and if you can go to somebody that is very genuine to the cause of your going through, being very motivated, you can trust that person with your happiness as well as your weakness. Keep that person in your life. If somebody wants to call you out on your BS when you're slacking on yourself and you can do a lot better, keep that person in your life. Everything happens for a reason. And I know I say that a lot, but it's like, even our painful situations have a powerful purpose right behind it. A lot of times it just takes you to go further down that road to be able to identify with that. There will be days that are not going to be good. There's going to be days that are going to be amazing, fantastic, but it's like, you have to find something, even through your worst days, you have to find something that you're very grateful for, even though it may have been something that is really been heavy on your heart. And you can just say, even though this is heavy on my heart, I'm grateful that I had my spiritual support to try to comfort me the best way I would allow them to be in my life. And it's just like, you have so many blessings that's coming to you, even when it feels like your voice, your presence is not, important to the world, or, what you're doing doesn't feel like you're becoming that big cause for somebody to be happy about. Or you're going through situations where it feels like you're holding on to so much pain. You don't want to be here anymore. It hurts a lot. It hurts to be alive at times. And it's just like, when you're feeling that way, it is like you're going through a major change. You're being pushed into a foreign frequency that you're not used to. And, I've been that type of person where my wounds, my sadness, my downfall, my failures was my best friend. I've held tight to those, because that was all I talked about. That's all I focused on, until I start seeing just the little things that I do here. I mean, I've had very heavy emotions when I can be able to connect with somebody and their loved one passes on, and they connect with me, for me to be able to give some kind of uplift and just happiness, just to be able to know, hey, that person thinks about those moments that, you're no longer able to share with them. They're there with you, fighting through every moment of the battles you face, even through your joys. They're there celebrating with you, even though they're probably in their emotions, but they already knew this was going to happen, but they're there through every change that you have gone through. There's so much, changes that are going on through the world. There's a lot of people that are not projecting through positivity. A lot is being projected through projecting from hate or insecurities or anger or resentment. But it's just like, it has to come to that power of change when we're starting to love one another, projecting compassion, support, comfort when it's needed, positivity, and I mean, it's just a lot that is going through the world. It is, I just try to be very selective about what words that I use, because it's just like, so many things is taking place where I can just watch it and I'll be in my feelings. I just get heavy and I get angry for a lot of things that I see in the world that is, hurting others. I just really do. But I'm glad I can contribute some kind of positivity to the world, even when I feel like it's not, what just my contribution, what is that supposed to do? And you really just don't know. Your kindness towards another person, even when it's a stranger, you don't know, just you saying, oh, you look very beautiful today, or oh, I like that outfit you have, or your hair is so beautiful, or their shoes, when you just don't know. They may be coming from a house where they're not supported. They get more, uh they get more things where they're being complained about instead of seeing the praises of the good things that they do. You never know, that person could be going through emotional and mental abuse with their family, or they're in their marriage, or even with people surrounding them. Just to know that you can bring some kind of joy to somebody's life like that, you just don't know how somebody can get impacted just by your kind gesture. So there's moments in life, I've been there, where I didn't want to live anymore. I just wanted to find so many reasons to not even be here anymore, because I got tired of living with the pain that I had to accept. Seeing that truth, even though that truth was not pretty, being able to accept uh certain individuals that are in my life. There's just, I mean, it was just an illusion, but it was also a blessing in disguise. Even my hardship brought so much, positive impacts, not just in my life, but other people, to know it wasn't, all the things that I've gone through has not been in vain. Just to be telling myself I want to be better than I was yesterday. Leave yesterday in yesterday, but try to make improvements for the day. We're all struggling through something one way or another, whether we speak on it or we don't. But trust and believe everything that you're going through has a purpose, that's going to be in your highest, and I know a lot of times it's hard for you to see that, especially, I don't know what your situation is. I only can look at mine, and being able to know, I know there's a lot of things that's just hard for you to put a smile on your face when you think about certain things that has really triggered you, or has hurt you to the core, or left a very deep wound. But trust, it's just like when you're allowing yourself to work on yourself, and being able to be dedicated to your vibration of happiness, bringing peace into your life. Even when people try to bring heaviness in it, you have to come harder with it. Time tough, they always say times are tough, but you come out tougher. And these things are not there to make you like, you don't want to come close to people. I've been that way, where I have trust issues. I can tell anybody, I say, if it's family that I thought that was supposed to protect me can, do the most dirty to me, is I will not trust a stranger in a minute. But then it's just like, I had to allow myself to understand, just because the bitterness of other people and their indiscretions doesn't mean that everybody that comes into your life has that same kind of intentions. You have to be able to know the good from the bad, being able to understand when those silent alarms come off, don't ignore it. Your spiritual and your intuitive is there to like, hey, be careful around this person, or hey, don't invite that. There are certain energies you invite in, and you have to be very selective of that. But if you allow yourself to keep, seeing every day is the day that it will help you change for the better. Even when you're not going through the best moments of life right now, you may be going through financial hardship, which is hitting a lot of people hard. You may be struggling with bills, a roof over your head, feeding your children, putting clothes on their back, or anything right now. Know that all these heavy circumstances is not going to last for a lifetime. When you're allowing yourself to be persistent and dedicated, to be determined and motivated to bringing some kind of uh, peace to your life. When you're allowing yourself to do that, you just don't know what you're opening yourself up to. Everything is temporary. Even though you may be facing storm after storm after storm after storm, the sun has to come out one day. and just allow yourself to keep going. It's not easy, but it's you want to bring that positivity in your life. You can't stay in a situation where you're allowing yourself to be stuck in a certain time frame or vibration that you're no longer needed in. You deserve better. You deserve anything that is going to uplift you, nourish you, help you grow, through everything. Allow your strength to guide you to forgiveness for yourself, forgiveness for other people, forgiveness of situations that you allowed yourself to stay in, forgiveness for yourself of knowing what not that you know then but you know now. Be that person that you need. Be the person that you needed, right when you first started. And then when you allow yourself to work on that, you just don't know what kind of person that you can transform yourself in. God and universe has full confidence in us. They want us to be able to see the same things that they see in us. So I hope you are able to resonate with the content of this video. This vibration is like so calming to me right about now. So, but I would love to give a post notification shout out to Steve White, probably Ben, Val Stover, Brian Godry, Georgina Aurora, as well as Stars the Limit 2013. If you're new to my channel, welcome. It's so good to have you. Please drop a line. I would love the chance to get to know you. And if you ever have to do like an empath 101 or Heyoka 101, whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of people that talk to me on the side one-on-one if they don't feel comfortable with leaving whatever they're wanting to talk to me about here on the tube of you. You can always contact me through email or through Instagram, and just being able to help you, or if you want to share your experiences of things that you have gone through, or you have any curiosities about things that's taking place in your life. I try my best to help you through my life experiences, or find the information to give you that deeper understanding of your purpose of mission. Thank you for the support. My prayers go out to each and every person that is struggling right now, that is going through so much adversity. Through the people over in the Middle East that are going through so many hardships right now, as well as what we're going through here. I send all my love, prayers, peace, upliftment, and protection over all. So, I hope whatever you're trying to manifest into your life comes so much bigger and better than you ever imagined, and it comes so much sooner than you expected. If you're working hard to bring blessings of manifestations in your life, trust me, it's closer than you think. Don't give up on yourself. Even when people don't support you, you support you. If people are not giving you recognition of what you're doing, you allow yourself to give yourself that. If people neglect you, you be your own support. Better days are coming for you, and blessings are closer than you actually, you never know how close they are towards you, because they're on the way. So I will see y'all in my next video. I'm gonna try my best to be consistent and start doing videos more and more every day. So I will hopefully see y'all tomorrow or the next day, or you'll see me, and I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Much love to you. Peace.